Go ahead.
Okay. I just don't understand how you blow a lead like that. And hold on. Do you want to know? You want to know exactly why? You want to know exactly how that occurred? Do you want to know? Mr. Ben Simmons shot 4 for 14 from the free throw line. That's number one. Mr. Ben Simmons, I'm defensive player of the year, does not want to guard Mr. Trae Young. Mr. Ben Simmons is the biggest liability for you offensively. And out of all of this, you want to know how bad the 76ers and at least Mr. Ben Simmons? A fan in the crowd is trying to teach Ben Simmons how to shoot what? Free throws. How to shoot free throws. You got a fan trying to tell, like this, Ben, trying to tell you how to shoot free throws. Are you kidding me? And he's using the excuse that it's all in my head, bro. It's the pressure, man. I'm not used to this. I'm not used to this. Bro, that's number one. Number two, yesterday, you can die all you want. Yesterday, I don't know who said it, but yesterday somebody decided to mention that Tobias was going to have a huge game. Well, excuse me, sir. Excuse me. This dude came out shooting 2 for 11 with 4 points. Bro, listen. Tobias, like Montana said, you can't have your two freaking people getting paid the most money in the world having literally under 8 points in the damn game when Joel Embiid had 37 in the first 3 quarters. And don't get me started. Don't get me started with Joel. We're about to start in a second. 4 minutes and 17 seconds are left on the clock in the fourth quarter. Not a single point was made by anyone except Seth Curry with a 1/10 of a second left. You're telling me you got 3 people getting paid over $30 million, and in 4 minutes in the fourth quarter, when you just blew a lead, you can't score once? Ben Simmons misses free throws. Seth can't make a damn shot. Joel Embiid can't make free throws. Joel Embiid can't make shots. Listen, bro, this crap just does not make sense. But because Blake was, talking great in the group chat last night, I was like, okay, hold on. Joel Embiid had a great game. Let me see something. So last night, once the game finished, I did some little digging and I did some research, right? Joel Embiid did not score a single point in the final 6 minutes. And to be exact, I'll tell you 5 minutes and 50 seconds because he took one shot and missed it at that exact mark. And then from the rest of the game, I'll explain a little bit later. That game, that great game from Joel Embiid does not mean anything if you cannot score in the final 6 minutes, because we've seen greatness from everybody, from every superstar coming down in the clutch of the fourth quarter. You can have a great first 3 quarters. You cannot have a horrible fourth quarter and expect it to be a great game. No, that is a horrible game from Joel Embiid. That's number one. Number two, let me elaborate this a little bit. Joel being so dominant was 0 for 4, right, in the last 5 minutes and 50 seconds. He missed 3 layups or shots in the paint, as well as 1 3-pointer. And obviously, he's not clutch and missed the damn 2 free throws with 10 seconds left. With 10 seconds left, Joel Embiid he just missed those 2 free throws to get that game to at least 1. That's number one. So I don't want to hear this, Joel Embiid, my MVP. Joel Embiid deserves the MVP. No, at this point, Nikola Jokic is the better center and the best center in the league, because at least we saw Nikola Jokic play his butt off every single minute of every single game and decided to tell everybody that I'm the MVP. Joel didn't prove that, because how can you go and how can you be a quote-unquote MVP and last night go 0 for 4 in the last 6 minutes and the night before that go 0 for 12 in the second half? You can't just disappear in the second half and disappear in the fourth quarter and expect to win ball games. And a keynote, I was watching Inside the NBA last night, right? In the fourth quarter for the last 2 games, Joel Embiid 1 for 10 in 17 minutes. Tobias Harris 0 for 5 in 22 minutes. Ben Simmons 0 for 0 in 17 minutes. And last night, they combined for 1 for 8 in the fourth quarter. 1 for 8 in the fourth quarter from your 3 superstars in Philly. That's unacceptable. Absolutely ridiculous. We don't even have to blame Doc at this point. There's no point in blaming Doc at this point. I was blaming him game 1 and game 2. There is no point in blaming Doc. This goes entirely on Joel, Ben, and Tobias, plain and simple. That's number one. Now, let me stop hating on the 76ers, and let me give credit where credit is due. The Hawks didn't do great. They didn't have a great shooting night. I was ready to talk about Trae Young and how that shoulder injury is really getting me scared and getting me concerned because he has not been shooting the ball well the past 2 games. And so for him to come out and at least finish strong in the fourth, I was like, okay, hold on, Trae. I love you. You know what I'm saying? You're a GOAT. You're providing for your squad in this comeback. You know what I mean? But for Kevin Huerter to go 0 for 7, I was completely wrong about my statement yesterday. For Bogdan to go 3 for 9, 0 for 4 from 3 with 6 points, like it was these bad shooting nights from these players, but getting important and crucial points from John Collins, who stepped up with 19, hitting big shots. Lou Will hitting huge shots for that squad down the stretch. And obviously Danilo with that little step around, you know what I'm saying, looking like freaking Dirk Nowitzki out there, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was a great overall team performance in the fourth quarter. It was a great game to watch. They started out slow, but came out in that second half very, very strong. I told him in my group chat with my friends, I was like, they were like, oh, wow, this game is pretty boring. It's going to be a blowout. I said, look, we said that about last game, and look what happened. And I'm glad that I made that text message and I sent that because, I was talking my crap. You know what I'm saying? I called it. Did I not call it at halftime? Watch it. And another thing, this is the last thing I'm going to say about this, and then we can move on. I just want to say, all of my Atlanta fans, you can be happy now. You know what I mean? Listen, you have had to deal with the Atlanta Falcons blowing lead after lead after lead after lead. Then you had to deal with your damn Georgia Bulldogs blowing that lead against the freaking, like, how do you blow that lead against Alabama? We're not going to talk about that. But you have the Bulldogs blowing that lead against Alabama. Then on top of that, you have the Atlanta Braves blowing a 3-1 lead. A 3-1 lead to the Dodgers. Bro, listen, at the end of the day, they're getting winning. They're getting, you know, they're the other end of the stick. Now, this is one of the biggest comebacks in NBA playoff history, being down 26, turning it around and winning this ball game. I want to applaud Atlanta, and I want to applaud their fans. Well-deserved. You know what I'm saying? I got mad love for all of them. They're finally on the other end of the stick. They're not they're not blowing leads. They're coming back and winning them. You know what I'm saying? So I'm very happy for them. A notable thing really quick, I completely forgot. I just remembered it right now. Ernie mentioned last night too. This is the fifth greatest comeback, 25 plus points in NBA playoff history in the last 25 years. This is the fifth time this has happened in the last 25 years. That's absolutely crazy. You guys can go from here.